Hey, my friends, it's your friend Kevin here with today's Divine Daily Blast. I hope you're well. I hope you're rested. Let's get right to it, shall we? Well, you know what? I need to plug in. Maybe I need to plug in this camera. Do I need to plug in this camera? I want to do my overhead camera. There we go. See, I tell you, I have. Let me tell you something, my friends. Technology this week has been a little bit off the chain. I had a lovely, delightful, wonderful channeling session with our friend of the channel, Miss Vicky. Miss Vicky yesterday. Halfway through our session, the Zoom chakalaka decided to do its sing and just completely froze. And then, here just now, I'm trying to plug a camera in. I love bringing all this to you every day. I like my chit chats with you, and I also want the fairies and all the goblins and all the silly nonsense to stop. So, if you have things in your life that go a little cattywampus and they don't quite work out the way they're supposed to, smile, giggle, and know that the fairies are playing a game. They're playing tricks. And you can just say, thank you so much. I get you. I know that you're around. Now let's move on. That's it. All right. Enough of my waffling. We have a 9 declaration day or a 9 angel numerology day. Basically, what are you waiting for? The 9 energy brings the time to be creative, artistic, as well as kind and caring. Be a little self-sacrificing today. Be a little bit philanthropic. Now, this energy works with the Hermit and the Empress card. Hermit and Empress are very spiritual cards. They're like spiritual beings. It's a nod to get into spirituality. The Hermit is more internal. The Empress is more external, giving it out. Pull in Archangel Michael, Archangel Gabriel to help you on this spiritual quest if you are seeking a journey of enlightenment. Let's see. The moon today is still in Scorpio. And it's trining, which means it's aligning. It means it's in a good angle with Jupiter. Basically, embrace the new experiences and aim high. I probably should have the ism that says reach for the stars if you want to get over the hill. That comes from, again, a friend, Cheddar Gorgeous. There could be a lot of emotions going on today. The astrological landscape is shifting and life is shifting. What I want you to be aware of and pay attention to are your moods. You might be feeling a little bit sensitive. Your sensitivity could be going down the alleyway of frustration. It could be going down the alleyway of, oh my goodness, not again. It could be going down the alleyway, whatever. Then on the other hand, you could be feeling like, Maria von Trapp on the top of the hills are alive with the sound of music. And if you've ever watched the backstory of how they shot that whole sequence, it is quite astonishing. Julie Andrews, I take my hat off to you, spinning around for hours while a helicopter whoops up over your head trying to capture the images on a camera. Wild. All right, I'm digressing today. I'm in that mood. I am the bridge between earth and heaven. I am enough just as I am. Nothing more, nothing less. We got it going on. I am on my path and say yes to my destiny right now. We don't necessarily have to know what our destiny is, just say yes to it. And you notice each one of these has the I am principle attached to it. Everything after I am is basically pulling God into the world or universe or source energy, making it happen. Message from Archangel Sandalphon. I am the deliverer of prayers. Your requests will be heard and answered in ways that will bring you the greatest joy and fulfillment. I am a magnet for answered prayers. I effortlessly attract blessings into my life. Right now, in our world on this physical adventure, many prayers are going up. Now, think, a lot of folks feel like their prayers are not answered. Well, there's a multitude of them going up into the ethers. Many of them are of the same tone, ilk, etc. They are all being heard, they're all being received, they're all being worked upon in their various ways. World peace, an end to wars, an end to conflict, courage and strength, light and love to all those who are marginalized. They're in the field of fear and they are working on it. But you can imagine the amount of energy it's going to take to turn it around, to turn this caustic, greed, gluttony, power, violence, all that, to turn that big wagon around and have everyone coming together for peace, for love, for harmony is quite an undertaking. However, we are seeing, or at least I'm seeing, you may not yet cotton onto it, the amount of peaceful protesting that is happening everywhere. And it's not violent. There are some that will turn it violent, but many are saying we would like for this to stop. My example of that were the dozen or so monks who walked for peace from Texas to the state capital of the United States at a time of the year that was frigidly cold temperatures. Some of the monks had no shoes on. One of them lost his leg due to a car accident. And in this simple way he reconciled it is to say that was his sacrifice for peace. That is something. The reason I'm bringing all that up is because we have to remind ourselves that peace is on the way, even if it may be drip, drop, drip, drop, drip, drop, bit at a time. It's on its way. It's coming. Can't stop it. And peace and love and understanding does require each and every one of us to let go and release all the things we've ever been taught, that we have to have this if we're going to be successful, we have to have that if you're going to be successful, we've got to go choose a job that we're going to be at for 30 years because this is what our ancestors did. All of that programming has got to be undone. At the same time this is all going on, if you notice it, we seem to be hop, skip and jump from the end of the year, last year, physical calendar year. Here we are, it's spring. Hello, where did winter go? Oh yeah, we felt the cold, but it felt like a week instead of 3 months. That's how it felt to me. I don't know how it felt to you. You let me know in the comments. Let's just move on before this becomes a movie. Ishtar's with us this week, all about the inner learning. You are, all of you, if you're listening to this channel, every single one of you is a vessel of the divine. Your information that you're getting, the channeled words that you're getting are coming directly from spirit, not from somebody else. Yes, we can all get readings. I offer them. We can all get adjustments. I offer them too, spiritual adjustments. However, you also have the ability to do it, not just for yourself, but for other people. I am not the be all and end all of spiritual teaching, and neither any of the people that have taught me. You know you've graduated the lessons when they no longer serve as a source of information. We've got the information and you're moving on. We're at the point of our existence here where the learning and the teaching are happening simultaneously. We're both teacher and student all at the same time. This is what Ishtar's talking about. The challenge between getting the information and using it for higher wisdom, which can create a little bit of a disconnect because we sort of have to pull out the plug of what we've already known and plug into what we don't know, and let's use it for something new and exciting. And I'm hoping that makes sense. Holy Amethyst works alongside Saint Germain, Archangel Zadkiel, Keeper of the Violet Flame, into which you place anything you no longer want. More importantly, you put everything in there that you want transmuted. You want to change that energy from the negative into the positive. You put your protests into the violet flame. Here's the thing from Louise Hay, or the affirmation for today, put it that way. As I let creative juices flow through me as a healing force, beauty naturally manifests itself. Manifesting creative juices, letting those creative juices flow through all of us, brings a healing force that cannot be stopped. From the healing force comes the beauty from within. This is what we share. Now, interesting. As you know, I pull 7 tarot cards on a Sunday to give you a week ahead reading. And this one happens to be the 6 of Swords. You see here we've got 1, 2, 3, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 teeth on the front of this boat, right here. 6 swords in the water. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 windows, or little windows at the canopy. We also have a raven that is lighting the way with 6 bulbs on it. You see how we're going with this? Creative, creative, creative. We've got an owl and a pussycat, a little nod to a lovely little nursery rhyme, which really made no sense to me when I was growing up. Now, if you are a fan of the Rider-Waite version of tarot, this card would show 2 hooded figures, a large one, a small one, which is kind of like parent-child type of energy. Well, they're also sitting in a boat being pushed through the river by a boatman or a gondola. Well, in this particular deck, the boat is occupied by a woman and a cat, as we've seen, and the boatman is transmogrified into a blackbird and an owl. Birds bring messages. The owl is seeing ahead, and the blackbird is lighting the way. So just like the fairy tale, birds and animals are our helpers. So the boat is specifically a gondola with these 6 teeth, as I've talked about, and it's on the prow. On the prow are traditional symbols of the gondola. This is the prow, which is the bow, if you will. See, that's the symbols of like the gondola. So, Ciro Marchetti, who is the author of this particular deck, has a connection to these kind of images because he's of the Italian Renaissance, even though I believe he's an Englishman. But as a child, his mum brought him to England from their native Italy to escape her domestic abuse, which is what this card is signifying. We are moving away from the abuses of others. You getting it? The 6 is transmuting, transforming, changing the viewpoint. So there's a lot of symbolism in this card, and it's a reading that can sort of all about changing the mood, changing the tone. Really, it's suggesting an uneasy escape, a melancholy, but hopefully a journey to a new life. And that's what all of this is saying today. We are on a journey of enlightenment. We're on a journey to peace. We're on a journey to understanding. And as I said yesterday in a private reading, We are the leaders of that journey. We are the leaders of all kinds of things. We have to step up. And stepping up doesn't mean to say all of a sudden, when we look at leaders, particularly right now, they're shown as being bombastic, pushy, arrogant, unkind, uncaring, unfeeling. We use the opposite when we lead. We turn ourselves into spiritual leaders, and spiritual leaders bring kindness, bring love, bring warmth, bring understanding. That's what we do. We say things like, how do I make you feel better about these things? Oh, I like this card. Fairies, thank you. I checked in with Gertrude and Beatrice. They were lying in a lovely wheat field. The chaffs of wheat were way high. If you could imagine a field full of wheat, which is really growth, which is really wheat can do so much for people. What is this card saying? Okay, you saw me shuffle this. You watched me shuffle. And this came out. I pulled this card this morning independently of this deck, and I shuffled and shuffled and it came out again. So when this happens, this is a reminder that even the fairy realm, angel realm, fairy realm, ancestral realm, we are in this mode of enlightenment. I don't think there's anything more to be said about any of that. Now let me know in the comments what you feel about this. Is it lifting you up? Is it making you feel a bit better? I'm blown away that this card, I shuffled this morning and pulled a card, personal card, and you saw me shuffle again and here it comes. Well, my friends, that's it from me. I love you and I adore the fact that you are with me doing this. If you wouldn't mind liking, subscribing, sharing, getting this out to people, I would surely appreciate it. Until tomorrow, bye for now.